We're going to turn our attention for the next few moments to baseball. Surrey and Middlesex obviously are going to practice their big hitting over the next month or two in the 2020 cricket. But while they're doing that and sort of trying a few baseball-esque type strikes, the British Baseball Federation have organised the NBL Summer Classic this Saturday at the Grove Hill Ballpark in Hertfordshire. The 8 National Baseball League teams will be involved and will each play a 9-inning game that will count towards the league. This is going to be one huge day of baseball. And Aspie Dimitrov is the Southern Senior League Commissioner for the British Baseball Federation. Aspie, good evening to you.
Good evening, Crofty.
8 league teams, each playing a 9-inning game. I hope you've got some floodlights. This could take a while.
Absolutely. We're trying something quite unique. I don't know whether other sports have tried something like this, but to put it into football terms, I think this would be the equivalent of the top 8 teams from the Premier League coming together to one venue, let's say Wembley Stadium, and playing from morning until sunset. I mean, the 8 teams could include Chelsea, Manchester United, Liverpool, and we could even include West Ham in that list. And so we're trying to do that. All the best 8 teams in the country, in the top baseball league, are coming to Hemel Hempstead, that's in northwest London. And it's going to be a great event. Apart from the National League games, the event will also include Little League games. That's youth baseball involving teams from the Hearts Baseball Little League.
How many diamonds have you got?
Well, Hearts Baseball Club over the last few years have invested a lot of money and effort into creating what probably is the best facilities in the country. And they do have at the moment 2 adult baseball diamonds.
Okay.
And they also can accommodate 6 Little League diamonds.
Excellent. So there'll be baseball pretty much all day. I love you for saying West Ham could play in the top 8. That is by far the best way to get an interview on this station, sucking up to the presenter. What is the standard, though, of baseball in this country? I mean, we all watch it. I mean, I follow the White Sox a little bit less closely than I used to, given the fact they're rubbish in Chicago at the moment. But how does the British standard compare to the Major League Baseball in the States?
Well, I would say that we're catching up. We're not quite up to that level. And if we had players who are playing at that level, they would very quickly be getting multi-million-dollar contracts in Major League Baseball. But I think we're catching up with them. The standard has increased, and the sport is really grown fast over the last few years. The Great Britain national team program is working very well working with the youth, and I think that's the best way to approach it. Work with the youngsters, develop them from an early age, and we're beginning to reap the benefits of that. A lot of exciting young talent playing around the leagues. I mean, we have 16, 17, 18-year-old players who are able to compete at the adult level against some of the best players in this country. So, really promising time for British baseball.
Because once upon a time, I think there was a professional standard of baseball in this country. You had towns and teams that used to align themselves to football clubs, didn't you?
Absolutely. If you remember, the Derby County ground was called the baseball ground. They used to play baseball there. Preston had a baseball club. Tottenham had a baseball club. There's been baseball played at Stamford Bridge. Yes, you're absolutely right. Baseball, there has been, it's rich in history in this country, and we're hoping to grow the sport even further, kind of get back to those days when they had really large crowds attending baseball events.
And who are the top 8 teams then that are going to be playing? Where do they come from?
Yeah, most of them are based in the south and in and around London.
Okay.
The champions from last year, the Bracknell Blazers, they will be there. We have the London Mets. They're currently leading the standings. They will be playing against the Richmond Flames, who are 3rd in the table. We also have the Croydon Pirates, who will be playing against Bracknell. We also have coming to the event the Southampton Mustangs and the Mildenhall Bulldogs. And finally, we have the hosts, Hearts Falcons against the Essex Arrows.
I love the Mildenhall Bulldogs. Sounds like the sort of thing you encounter on a Friday night in that part of Suffolk.
Oh, they're an absolutely amazing team, and I really recommend anybody who's available on this Saturday to get down to Hemel Hempstead and enjoy some really high-quality baseball and a hot dog or two.
Yes, because you need all that. You need the hot dog, the popcorn, you need the beer, and you need Nancy on the organ playing Take Me Out to the Ballpark somewhere in the 7th inning stretch.
Absolutely, Crofty, you know your baseball, and I hope that if you have time this Saturday, hopefully we will see you at the event. Maybe you can join us in the rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
I know the words off by heart, trust me on that one. What time's it all tip off? Kick
well,
off?
the youth,
Strike
the
off?
youth, yeah, the youth league games start at 10 o'clock, and then gradually, little by little, we will get the adult games starting at 12 o'clock, 1:45, 3:30, and we end the day at 5 o'clock with the really big clash between the London Mets and the Richmond Plains.
Fantastic. Is there a website if people want to know more information?
Yeah. Anybody who's interested in coming to the event or getting involved in British baseball, whether playing, umpiring, or just as a fan, they can go to www.britishbaseball.org.
Fantastic. Aspie, have a great day. Have a brilliant season. We'll speak to you again.
Crofty, thank you very much.
Pleasure. Aspie Dimitrov, who's the Southern Senior League Commissioner there. If you're in and around the Hemel area, go and check it out. Baseball is a cracking sport, trust me.